All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Dr. Stone, Season 3, Episode 20. The battle is won. Yes. Ibara is rock solid. Yep. And Senku is alone. For now.
Yeah, I don't really get that, like, commentary of sorts. He's just gonna unpetrify them.
Yeah, I like to think that it's just, you know, the montage of getting all the friends back and the celebrating and everything is just going to be relegated to an entire episode, you know?
Right, and
Yeah.
I guess he had a very somber look on just the quiet.
Yeah, that moment of nostalgia before he goes to work.
Right, he misses being alone and not having a lot of noisy people around.
Some peace and quiet.
Yes.
I can get them back. Just a full day that I'll just sit here, let them all be petrified. They won't know. It's fine. I love them, but I've needed some me time.
But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah, case in point. Case in point.
Right.
And of course, Chrome is first.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, science bud.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
First stream.
Easy.
Oh, sure.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. She knows where all the stuff would be kept at the village.
Okay, this is great. Oh. Oh my god.
I love that priority. Yeah, you have been using that a bit. Ah, right. Yeah, Ted, you didn't know.
That wasn't there.
Right, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking
all right.
spearmen going wild.
I think I know the next two people to be revived. Already on the job.
There you go.
Right.
And we got everybody. There we go. Just a happy montage now. Yes. Oh yeah, let's
They just
get
send him diving.
Yo, yeah.
Yep.
Her too.
Uh-huh. Ah, nice.
So we can get, yep.
Yep.
Alright.
We need our boy
Silver
back.
boy. Giro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So much for the wholesome moment. It was nice while it lasted.
It was nice while it lasted, yep. Whoa.
Oh. Hood pets. She's like, wait, this makes it even more confusing.
Well, no, that was Amaryllis that was confused about that.
Yeah.
Just cola barrels rather than beer or anything. Yep.
Yep.
We've got kids here. We have to follow the laws that don't exist, you know?
That's right. Hey, they haven't been overturned, even though they're 4,000 years old.
Yes. And officiate it. Oh. Oh, she's apologizing to him.
That's how you know he's well again.
Not celebrating. Ah. Yeah, nice, nice.
Awesome.
I got the callback. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it wasn't Ibra.
Uh-huh. Oh my god! Oh shit!
Get that shit far away. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well, that.
Fuck. Yeah, it's the Earth, yeah. Yeah. The whole planet. 8,000 miles. Yep. Yep.
Alright.
No fucking way. No fucking way.
Okay. That's one way to respond to it. I mean,
it's something. I love that Ukyo is the one that noticed Mr.
Right, because he's got the ears,
yeah.
Uh-huh. We're not doing time travel, are we? Like...
The time travel! Us, and
Okay.
we are a science team.
Okay. You always need tea. That explains then why Rudy was like, what's going on?
Okay, it is
Exactly
recording.
the same?
Exactly
Okay.
the same.
Yeah.
Nice.
So-
nice.
Maybe when Senku talked to Y-Man before? Yeah.
Yeah. The Senku robot that's been giving us exposition all this time!
Oh no, it was you!
It was you!
Right. Yeah, because Y-Man.
Good. Good logic. Let's go. Naughty boy!
I've got a weird theory. I'll save it for the discussion.
Why? Yeah, that's the question I want to know. So, you know who need to ask. Okay. Why?
Wait, why can't you?
Why do that?
Come on. Okay. So, combat assessment.
Observe, Ginro. This is what the S-classes are capable of.
Right. If you learn from them, maybe you won't get stabbed next time. Very fair. Yeah, bringing back all the different people.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, this person's been petrified for a long time. Mm-hmm.
All right, strange light, so
Not
doesn't
really helpful,
understand
then.
it. Yeah. But maybe has a connection to some other place.
What?
What?
His descendant! His descendant!
Okay.
I serve you.
Yeah. Has Ginro finally unlocked a special ability, having a bodyguard?
How dare you talk about Master that way? Yeah. No, but it's a descendant, though. That's cool.
Uh-huh. Wow.
You can consult yourself about that. Yeah. The seagulls. Oh my god. A bunch of them.
Holy shit. Well, that's terrifying. Okay.
Which means there could be more buried out here.
Because they gotta find all the rest of them. Are they gonna make a metal detector or something?
Yep.
Okay. Nice. Say the moon.
Then it's coming from the no, it's coming from the ISS then.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah. The moon, I guess, makes sense.
Or maybe just a satellite?
Yeah, but satellites would have fallen.
Yeah, satellites would have fallen too, yeah.
Yeah, no, they are. They have to be in some kind of orbiting thing. Oh.
Okay, yeah.
He's on the moon. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, we'll go to the moon.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You must start a voyage.
Yep. Oh, space
Becoming
voyage.
astronauts.
Gen's like, hold on.
Yeah, to the space age.
Beautiful.
There's no way.
All right.
There's no way. I mean, we knew at some point because of Senku's whole desire with his dad and everything to be an astronaut. And
right,
all
that had to happen. And now it's like, okay, here's the
Yeah.
convenient way to do it. And that's also how you get around the issue of, wait a minute, did Y-Man or whoever did this have a way to, like, avoid the petrification or unpetrify themselves or something? No, it's just they weren't on the planet. And that's why they also are, like, so particular about the range.
Right.
Being the diameter of the Earth. Like, you know, theoretically, if they wanted to make sure that the command was given too quick to respond, they could have been, like, 13 million meters or something. But they're like, no, it's going to be exactly the diameter.
Yeah.
I love that Gen was the first one to clue in and just be like, hang on.
Yeah. All right, they're going to steal the moon.
They are going to the moon, and wow.
I expected at some point we'd end up going to something crazy like space.
Yep, some kind of space thing. I figured that maybe the reason...
I thought it'd be like the space station or something, but I guess I just completely forgot. Yeah, no, satellites and all that would have fallen a long time
Or the other
ago.
thing that I was thinking is that maybe it'd be like, okay, they need to travel to some location on the Earth somehow, and it's like, hey, at this point, because of reasons, I don't know, it's like we should just build a rocket or something, you know, and then maybe it's not quite going to space.
You never actually go to space. Though.
Yeah,
yeah.
But no, they're actually like, hey, we got to go to the moon. And I got to say, not only is this a really fun development, but I feel like there's a lot of good reason for this to potentially be the case, because if we have thousands of years of progression where, okay, stone world down on planet Earth, but you have a villain that was separate from that, even if it was just like some sort of automated thing, and that's what's copying Senku's voice and doing that whole deal, and that's why they're still alive and stuff, then the technology that they have could be in full sci-fi territory on top of just the petrification device.
The thing with this, though, is that there's no way to go past this. You can't go past the moon.
You don't continue past, we went to the moon. That moon is jumping the shark. You end the show there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that is where you finish Dr. Stone.
Yep.
So now we have the ultimate science roadmap for the rest of the series.
Right.
There's nothing that's going on beyond that.
Oh, yeah.
I hope there's no, like, manga readers being like...
they don't know about the time machine.
They don't know about the... They don't know about the super AI on the moons of Jupiter.
Right. It's actually, they need to get to the Andromeda Galaxy.
Oh, my God. But yeah. So it feels apropos given that Byakuya, as Senku's father, became an astronaut, ended up doing a lot of this because of... in a lot of ways, Senku's inspiration. But the idea that it's Senku's voice, maybe it is imitation based on the fact that Senku was the first one to speak into the radio at that point, and thus this is what the automation machine or what have you is imitating. That is a decent working theory for now. I still do find it like very eerie and creepy that something would need to imitate a voice at all. That just feels very odd.
Right, like imitate a specific voice rather than just do a general voice thing. Like maybe
that's not high advanced technology to just generate a fake voice.
Right. So I'm guessing okay, well, for one, it works for the shock value, but I like that they very quickly had Ukyo be like, hey, no, this is what it is, right?
It's a synth voice,
Yeah, it's a synth voice. But then there is, and this feels like too specific of a possibility, but that there is a way to voice lock the devices so that way not just anybody can trigger them. And so because Senku's voice was the one that spoke over the thing, it's like, hey, it's going to use that as the voice to potentially, repetrify the world.
Right, because the thing that I think we're setting up here, especially since it's on the moon, and thus it will be automated, but thus also nobody can live for thousands of years on the moon.
Right.
That is not our current technology. I think what this is set up for is hey, it's now your duty to reset the world. Someone or someone's decided at some point that humanity needed a reset button. And this is what basically they came to the conclusion of doing here. So they are villains in that lots of people's world. Well, not died. They're petrified.
Well,
Yeah. They're not a villain.
Right.
But it's over the course of that time, though, the world has changed dramatically. A lot of people's lives will never be, the same or recovered, even when they are depetrified and stuff. So that being said, I then find it way more interesting, like Rusui is talking about, wondering why. Not just why they did this at all, but why a synth voice?
I think our main...
I think it's because there's going to be nobody alive on
I
the moon.
think we're going to get an AI kind of thing, and that's going to be...
Well, it doesn't even need to be an AI, right? It can be the most basic levels of machinery.
Sure, yeah.
But it has to be something that could survive 5,000 years.
Yeah, exactly. And so and if it has some, it could be that they just go to the moon and there isn't, conflict there other than, hey, we're going into space and that's the craziest thing and all that stuff, and maybe some automated, I don't know, defenses or something like that. But I would not be surprised if it ended up being AI so that the antagonistic force could have some agency. There's also the possibility that they could go for some kind of there was actually a moon base that we didn't know about, and humanity has been being but
then it has to survive
kept going
for
in a colony there
on power.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. It doesn't fulfill in my mind the prerequisites for an antagonist. It fills the prerequisites in my mind for the results of someone else's choice.
Sure.
Someone else that is not around anymore, or someone that petrified themselves intentionally.
Right.
Is
and then
is there, and the way that they can give an explanation for how it's still powered doing something is that the side of the moon that is seen by the sun, seen by the earth and everything there, is constantly in view of the sun in some small measure. So it'll get enough solar power if you have some crazy amount of solar panels to keep itself powered. But even those are going to need maintenance and being cycled out. Right. So again, the 5,000 years problem keeps coming up, which feels odd. So unless they had some, like, this is how crazy I'm having to think here. If it's a person's will, that person needs to have set up a plan for it to be maintained. Right. Which even then, if robots are maintaining it, those robots need maintenance. Right. You can't have robots maintaining the robots. That creates a problem in, a longer period of time.
Right. Even if you had something where it's you make robots that are designed to make robots, and that stretches things a bit.
Here's the thing that I could see them doing here is that the time traveler joke is not actually that ridiculous, but you use petrification in order to do it. And let me explain this. Okay. You basically have timed delay things that go off at the rate of something's decaying value. So you basically say that every 500 years you get unpetrified automatically, and then you come back and you re-automate everything for about a week. And you could even... And then you repetrify yourself, set up the same thing again.
And you could even have, like, a stockpile of, like, say, 20 people that are all petrified up there. And you just go through one person at a time, taking a week at a time to maintain everything. And then, repetrify, etc.
Sure, to save on the energy of that person performing in these hostile, extreme environments. Yeah. And because each person goes into the petrification with the most optimized peak performance that their body could be in so that they'd be able to survive very well. Yes, all of that could work.
And you get, 30 cumulative years or 50 or whatever years of use out of each person, and then it's they're used up, you discard them. And by doing that, you're able to have it go on for, 3,800 years or whatever it was.
Right.
Sure.
So then we have this islander that they just woke up. Someone very old, in that they are at least a few hundred years old.
Right.
They said that the petrification devices rained from the sky.
Yeah.
That feels odd. Because to me, why would the signal describe the entire length of the Earth's diameter if you had so many devices? Because it's if I connect with any of these devices, then one of them will go off.
One of them will reset the entire thing. Yeah.
I guess that's why you do it.
Well, and the other thing that feels a bit odd, and maybe this could even have implications about, maybe not, given that we've only seen the devices used in a radial effect, not in any kind of directed effect.
Yeah, I don't think they can necessarily be used in a non-radial effect.
But I think there is a decent chance that as a result of them being rained down like that, there is truly no organic life on the moon other than petrified people. And that's why it's not a problem, because your goal is to petrify the world and all that stuff. Right. If you like even one device being down there changes things, but if you have, if you send hundreds to just one island, that's a big deal.
Oh my God. What? I just realized something. What? I just realized something big. We're not dealing with an antagonist.
Okay.
We're not dealing with an antagonist. In order to do this, you'd have to petrify yourself. What kind of villain would set up such a
cult leader?
Well, yes, there's all, but I'm talking about people that have reasonable levels of intelligence and critical thinking to be able to put themselves in this position as well.
Sure, some kind of like mad scientist that is the one that designed the thing.
No. Actual reasoning, like critical thinking, like this is something where, in my mind, petrification is far too. It's too. How do I say this? It's very kind. If you were if you were wanting to fuck over the world, you wouldn't choose a petrification thing there. Oh, you'd just introduce a disease that just kills everybody.
Sure.
And then you come back from the moon, and then you just set up with your special cult colony and repopulate it over the course of time and what have you. So what I think actually is that someone realized, some organization or what have you realized that there was going to be some kind of mass extinction event.
Sure.
And people needed it to be protected. And so we go to our lunar body that protects us from a lot of little things and stuff. Have a base there that's set up to petrify the whole world because there's going to be like a gigantic solar flare that's
or
going to
ice age, or
or whatever it would be, something that
and that could also be where the show would end, because while they do have the revival fluid,
right,
that is, I don't think the show's going to end with them going around to all 7 billion people and
No.
reassembling all the people that have broken in.
Right,
no,
right.
It's probably, well, actually, maybe, okay, I was going to say that there's a device on the moon that's and now we reset everything, we wake everybody up because the threat's passed. But then you know, if our kids wanted to do that, they'd have to deal with the fact that, like, wait a minute, there's probably at least 1 billion people that have broken over time. Are we going to press a button and effectively make permanent their death, you know?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But that could be a way to have the climactic final ending to the show, not just in the science we get to the moon standpoint, but in we have fully restored the world.
Right,
you know?
and that they basically could even be sending the signal out to force somebody who would wake up, basically, to come to the moon because they'd see it as such a great threat. That's a really kooky theory now that I think about it, because, again, I still don't understand why you'd want to repetrify unless the threat hasn't passed yet.
Maybe.
That could be it, that they're still, you know, 1,000 years out from the, you know, the gigantic solar flare that they've, you know, predicted is going to scorch the earth, and it's, you know, or where it's going to break the ozone in a specific way that's going to cause, you know,
actually,
all kinds of stuff.
hang on,
I don't know.
Here's the real question.
Yeah,
we had it established if the person that they woke up, if what they were saying is true, that at the very least a few hundred years ago, which isn't that long in the grand scheme of things,
it is not.
They were able to rain these petrification devices down, you know, ad nauseum, when really they only needed like 1 to then, or maybe 5 to like get the whole island.
Right.
And they did a bunch of them. And now here they're relying on a very unreliable, hey, send out a broadcast in case there's a petrification device nearby, as opposed to just dropping another one on the Earth and having it petrify the whole Earth all over again.
So what it could have been, and this is a really like weird thing, is if these devices were sent, I don't think they were sent from the moon.
Okay.
One, it doesn't track for me that you'd be able to propel these things.
Right. Well, what I think it would be more likely is that you had some sort of like drone capsule thing or whatever that you launch from the moon. You don't need to worry about safe entry.
Again,
so it just
energy though. It has to be able to power itself in some ways.
Yeah.
So what I think actually is more likely is that there was some other group that, you know, has a full-on civilization out there.
Okay.
Then they ended up basically finding some people out there that they're like, oh shit, there's people that aren't us.
Right. So we need to get rid of them.
Just go petrify them.
And they're on planet Earth. That's why they couldn't just do a gigantic radius that hits
right,
the whole
because
Earth.
it would affect them.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's contradictory to what Y-Man wants. So we now have 2 groups.
Sure.
Because if Y-Man was doing this, it would have just been 12,800,000 meters.
Yeah, and it would have just been at most
just been
like
one.
a few devices, and he would have done another one
right.
here.
So
yeah.
this is clearly
or we'll
not,
be doing one soon.
This is clearly not that.
Okay.
Also, I have a couple serious problems basically with the idea of the 12,800,000 meters thing, because that's a radius, which means it would extend out and hit the moon again if the moon was close. So
is the moon that close though?
Well, yeah, we just had the thing of it's a few hundred thousand kilometers. Whoops, sorry, I got my units of measurement mixed up here. So no, it's not even.
Yeah, the
close.
moon would have been fine.
No.
Yeah, no matter even on its closest like approach.
Oh, it wouldn't even.
Wouldn't be close.
Wouldn't be close. Yeah,
but
never mind.
Yeah.
But okay.
This is a very big development, and so it's like. You want to talk about like the fundamental status quo of the show changing.
Yeah, this was it.
This is it. You don't change it more than you do when you say we're going to the moon and the enemy's on the moon and they can rain petrification devices, or somebody can. Yeah.
Okay. So we got our group back.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start reviving people from this island that would know more stuff. And I like that then expands the cast. That gives us an opportunity to learn more. And then also gives us a goal with maybe where we travel while we're trying to get ourselves up to the space age.
Sure.
Is traveling towards areas where we could
Get resources?
Well, no, get knowledge from people that were then, petrified a long time ago. And
Sure.
stuff.
No, that's a great point.
We
Yeah,
might
'cause if
need
you can
to go to Cape Canaveral, for instance,
Right.
and actually like get a, serious
find,
space,
find NASA headquarters and be like, oh, okay, cool. Big enough building. Hopefully, it won't be too overrun. The employees will still be in there, and just scare the shit out of them. Yeah, I'm the intern. I was just really excited to get to work here.
Although that does seem really fun, and
it feels like it would disrupt the status quo of the cast being these kids rather than waking up a bunch of adults.
No. I think that's good. I think personally, I kind of miss the, hey, we're trying to science this shit. And it's a hard thing we're trying to science.
Yeah.
So we'll have to spend a lot of time in the story actually focusing on that and going around and gathering materials, gathering knowledge, experimenting, trying out stuff. It feels like old Dr. Stone, and I miss old Dr. Stone.
Yes, I will say I would really enjoy if it leaned way more into the science roadmap because it's something as crazy as going to the moon.
Yeah.
And that, we don't really have to deal with any actual conflicts like here, other than maybe, hey, we woke up a few people that wouldn't have been our first picks from the standpoint of them immediately being helpful, but, there are things that we need, like, hey, what's the location of where all the other stone bodies were dumped and things like that,
right.
And then as a result of that, you can deal with the interpersonal stuff within the group itself and not need to have some villain or whatever.
I'd love a 2-arc, continuation before we even, get, to the having, rocket propelled capacity, because before we even get there, we're probably going to have to be able to circumnavigate the globe just in a basic rocket. Fuck getting to the moon, just being able to fly consecutively with enough propulsion to then even test the limits of gravity.
Can you imagine how crazy it would be for Ruri in the village if when everybody comes back, they come back in a helicopter? What is that?
Oh, this is our basic shit. This is the one we're trying to throw away.
This is just the advanced thing because we have to now build the runway for the real stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
They also need insanely tough materials in order to use that level of heat that's going to be ejected from the rocket. That's the other thing that I'm like, okay, this better take a long time because gathering that, refining it, doing all that stuff, it's gonna be nuts.
Although if you think about it, something really fun and goofy that they could do is they could get into actually, if you remember, some of the planes used in some of the world wars had bamboo as part of the
I don't care. We're talking about the atmosphere.
No, right. But then for basic stuff, it's now everybody gets to learn how to fly, and and Ginro's freaking out, and
Yeah,
etc.
I'm really excited about this because it's going to push Dr. Stone back to its original kind of roots in that regard, but also then having us have a reason to go around the world and build out the cast in some fun ways. It's gonna be cool. Yeah. Which means also, hey, we might be able to go get our strongest ape, back pretty soon. Then.
Yeah, that is a definite possibility.
Cool. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.